coming off the wire here, a story about Retail Council of Canada with Barter Pay have launched a new $25 million grant program for retailers. So what were your thoughts when you saw this story?
Yeah, so Barter Pay, for anybody that doesn't know Barter Pay yet, Barter Pay is an exchange of free time or free resource in exchange for a credit to apply with someone else. John Porter, have had the luxury of talking directly with John a few times. I'm a member, or maybe not in good standing, but certainly a member of the Barter Pay community or ecosystem. And Barter Pay, what it really does is allow, and this partnership specifically, Barter Pay is working with the Retail Council of Canada to help Canadian specific businesses convert at their full retail value unsold time space, or for a retailer, idle inventory.
Yep.
So you throw your inventory out there on the exchange platform at its full value, and someone buys this product from you in the form of a credit. So if I put $1,000 at retail out there worth of inventory and someone buys it all from me, I would get 1,000 credits, which is effectively equal to $1,000. CRA recognize it as a dollar for dollar. One full Barter Pay credit is $1 Canadian. So it's on the upside of the CRA and tax stuff. It's not gray like the old days.
Like, probably a lot of people don't know that part, right?
No, it's important to know that it's not the old, give me a chicken and I'll build you a website kind of barter. It's an exchange where you deposit idle time, idle inventory. A guy like me might say, hey, I'm going to throw 10 hours of consulting time. I've got 10 hours of free time this month. I'm going to throw it in there. And as people are using it up, I'm gaining credits that I can then use, to cut my grass or build a website or, get some accounting, whatever it is. And there's tons and tons. This is a significantly growing ecosystem. And what John and his team at Barter Pay have done is said, for every $1,000 you credit to your Barter Pay account, I'm going to give you another 1,000 barter credits. So in the form of a credit.
Within
so they've come up with
program.
this.
Yeah.
So to come up with this strategy where they're giving $25 million to that retail community, it's given in the form of a barter credit. And Rob, retailers are wearing 25 different hats all the time and always need something. And there's a lot of great exchange companies. I call them exchange companies. There's a lot of great, partners in that Barter Pay ecosystem. Even if you just subscribe to their weekly, they have a national barter blast, and then they have them in local, more regional areas. I shouldn't say local, I should say regional. Yep. So the greater Edmonton area has its own barter account manager, and if I wanted to buy something, I'd go talk to Glenda or Matt and look at, hey, I'm going to give this $10,000 and take out of the withdraw, $3,000 towards this, or $500. I mean, we're using $1,000 increments, but certainly it doesn't.
Tell me I can get a chicken though if I build a website.
You can get a chicken if that's what you want. And hey, aren't you in St. Albert? Aren't you supposed to have chickens in your backyard?
We are allowed. I believe 3 is our current maximum.
Yeah, if you're that guy that wants chickens, there you go.
But to your point of even starting that just from an awareness point, I think, and I would throw myself in that bucket where I don't have a strong awareness or understanding of how that could be used, but there's a good way to start. And do you think it's easy enough, Dan? You talked about retailers wearing 25 hats. Is this something that you feel they could quite easily fold within their daily activities, or would they need even more help?
I do. I think that this can be a bit of an obsolete strategy as you're moving out of seasonal inventory. Let's remember, you put this out nationally, and I'm in a different season than Toronto might be in, or Southwestern Ontario, or a different season again to where Vancouver or Victoria is. So where I have some opportunity with inventory, another person might need it. I have some excess. Another person might have a deficiency in inventory, which is a common theme this year. I don't have enough inventory.
That's a great way of looking at it. Like everyone's in different places in different markets, and a retailer,
like we're all running
equal at the same time.
Right. A retailer that needs something is quite likely out of something else. I need something, but I don't have the cash to go and pay for it.
Yep.
This is now another way for them to be able to do that. And I know some people that are active in that community. Peter Moore, in Fergus, he's an advocate for Barter Pay. And, that's a retailer, a footwear retailer, that's going to figure out a way to turn perhaps some idle inventory into some SEO work or something else. Like I say, a guy like you could throw out some SEO or some content and get back in return equipment that you might need.
Does the market decide the pricing, Dan? Like who validates it? I guess obviously the market would. They would say it's not worth that.
Yeah, the seller is the one that validates it. And when they started out, Barter Pay was really strong in the golf course industry, selling idle tee times, or in hospitality, selling an empty room. How much is an empty room worth? Well, the posted rate's $229 a night. Well, that's what you get for it. And a barter contributor or barter member would get that for the equivalent of what their $229 deposit might be worth or is. So I could put in a $5,000 and withdraw a $3,000 from somebody else, or it is truly a barter system that CRA has given their stamp of approval, that a dollar's a dollar.
And right now, as part of this grant program, you get some bonus dollars involved right off the bat.
In the grant program, which really we're not highlighting the way we should be. You pay your $50, $40 subscription fee to be a member of the ecosystem, and this will now give you access to another 1,000, effectively 1,000 trade for whatever trade you need, to apply to some health in your business. So love this that these guys are doing this again.
I'm going to take my 3 pet chickens on a golf trip and stay in a hotel. Tell you, some good stuff's coming down the road. Looking forward to it. I'm checking that out myself. I think that's great.
Dude, everybody should be looking at Barter Pay.
Yeah, everyone's got something that they can apply to that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.